guys? Welcome back to DSFR. Today we will be talking about the Chicago Blackhawks, and I know I'm a Dallas Stars fan, but I need to talk about this. So, before I make my first round analysis video, after the first round and everything, I just wanted to make a quick video. The Nashville Predators just swept the Chicago Blackhawks a few minutes ago, right when I'm recording this, and I wanted to talk about that, and the main reason I want to talk about that is that as a Stars fan, I'm hoping that Blackhawks get worse, but they're the Blackhawks. They can do anything if they really wanted to. Of course, they really wanted to win the Stanley Cup this year, but yeah, they can pull a rabbit out of their hat, like any year they want, and just go on a cup run. And now I was going to talk about, are the Chicago Blackhawks diminishing, and like what is their strategy going to go forward? Of course, I'm a Dallas Stars fan, but I'm going to talk about my just overall how would you say this, overall overall team recap, and how I think they're going to go forward. Now, of course, I think they're going to get to the playoffs at least the next 5 years or whatever, so they're not going to stop getting to the playoffs. But I think the playoffs, even though they keep getting more veterans, I think the playoffs, or we can start to write off the Chicago Blackhawks a little bit more. I picked them to go in the second round and lose against the Blues. That's who I picked to go in the second round. Actually, no, wait. I think it was the get beaten by the Wild or something like that. Obviously, that's not going to come true since the Wild are down 3-1. But anyways, my predictions have really been bad this year for the playoffs. I expected Anaheim to win. I expected San Jose to win their series against Edmonton, and then went Minnesota and Chicago for those series. But I thought the Chicago Nashville series was gonna go 7 games. I think it's surprised. I don't think anybody saw Nashville sweeping the Blackhawks. But I think that this has really put a dent in their dynasty. I think they're still going to be a great regular season team, no doubt about that. They're going to continue to make the playoffs until Kane or Taves retires somehow. They're going to go until they're like 40 or something, just keep the Chicago hopes alive. But I think that this has put a dent in their dynasty, definitely. Another first round exit for them, same as last year. If they don't get past the first round this year or make the playoffs, I think that you couldn't really put the recent years, right, like these past couple of years, right now, last year, as the years that the dynasty is kind of coming to an end, as in the dynasty that they won 3 cups. Doesn't mean they can't go in another dynasty, but I think they did a great job of having like Minestroza and like Hartman, and turning them into players that can play with Kane and Taves. But of course, Kane and Taves can elevate any player. They could elevate like Nathan Horton and still be great right now. But like, it's a thing where they're still gonna be a great playoff team. They're gonna make the playoffs more. But I think this just put a overall like I think this actually like a confidence downer for Blackhawks. Of course, losing is always a confidence like decliner, but I think this really put a dent in their confidence. Now, of course, I'm only recording this 10 minutes after, so like they could fire coach. They could trade away Taylor. Well, they couldn't trade away him. All I'm saying is that stuff can change. It's gonna be a really interesting offseason for them. See how they handle the contracts that are coming up. But I think that they'll keep making the playoffs. As much as I want to decline them not making the playoffs, I put them as a wildcard team for the season. Obviously that didn't come true. I put the Stars having like a 2 or 3 seed in the division. that didn't work. But when all the series wraps up, I will make a video about the first round, my impressions, and how those ones went down. Honestly, the ones that's intrigued me the most, a series, is Toronto versus Washington, and that those ones have that series has really intrigued me. How the Maple Leafs have played that well against the Capitals, how the Capitals have really not played that well against the Maple Leafs. But I'll talk about that in a later video. But I am talking about the Chicago Blackhawks right here. But I think that this is not made Chicago a bad team. I just made Nashville an even more credible team. I mean that I picked them to lose in a game 7, but against the Blackhawks. I mean that's not a bad team you're losing in 7. I think that the Predators are almost stacked for a cup run if it goes well for them and for the next few years. I think the next 3 years they're going to be first in the division for sure, basically, unless the Blackhawks continue to be great in the regular season, and if the Wild somehow get better, they have great prospects in that system, which can always boost them. But Colorado isn't going anywhere, as we've seen through the season. But I think that it's just shown that Nashville Predators are just a force to be reckoned with in the Western Conference. I'd say they're my pick to go to the Stanley Cup now. I think for a lot of people, that is the case. Honestly, it'll be, I mean, maybe the Wild come back, but it'll most likely be Blues, Nashville, or Blues, Predators, and that'll be a fun series to see. Both goaltenders have been really hot, as in performing well, and the defense has been great for both teams. It'll be fun to see how that shakes up. Honestly, if the Blues were to win the next game and win 4-1, I'd still say the Nashville Predators win it in, I'd say, like 6 games, maybe 7. But that might be a series that either shocks you being a short one, or maybe goes longer than we expected. I could see that going 7 games. I could see that going 4 games, and either team winning in 4 games, and either team winning in 7 games. I think that's going to be very injury-riddled series against 2 pretty tough teams. I wouldn't say the Nashville Predators are really that tough, but the Blues may cause some trouble for the Predators, definitely. As a Stars fan, I mean, as long as the Blackhawks just go away, I'll be happy with anything. I think that's a case for a lot of Western Conference teams, and some Eastern Conference teams, Canucks. But alright. Well, besides the Canucks beating them and on their way to the finals in 2011, but final notes here is that I don't think they're going anywhere. I just think that they'll diminish a little bit in the playoffs. They're starting to get into, well, they're not starting to get, they've been in a solid crap situation. I think they'll just continue to escalate. But if they keep recruiting players like Kruger, Nostroza, Hartman, and they can, if they keep doing stuff like that, drafting well, which they probably will, they'll get like whatever draft position they get, they'll get like a second line centers out of it somehow. But I think that they're still in a good position. I'm just saying that really, they can. I think they're in more of a position to lose than win now, and I think that the league has just gained confidence in the Nashville Predators now. But final thoughts here is that I think the Blackhawks can still surprise people. They can still. I could still see them missing the playoffs next year. It all depends on what they do in the offseason, of course, who they draft, and what all the other teams in the division draft and do in the offseason, what all the other people in the conference do. But I'd say that they're still in a position to win. And with that, I'll say goodbye.